So you're going to need to exercise, but what exactly do you mean by exercise? Your doctor and dietitian probably mentioned that you're going to have to exercise, but it may not been clear what they actually wanted you to do and when. You might have even been required to drop a few pounds before even getting cleared for the surgery. I want to acknowledge that you are going through a major lifestyle change. And after surgery, simply relearning what you can eat and digest will be your new priority. But once you get past that sort of initial stage, you will want to start exercising. But how? What is exercise? Let's take a step back and define activity, exercise, and how these combine create a healthy lifestyle. Building a healthy lifestyle post bariatric surgery is more than just sort of movement and exercise. It's a combination of those two plus what you eat, drink, and think. And there are sometimes a disconnect between what is just movement and what is exercise and working out. So when you're just off the operating table from 0 to approximately 3 weeks after your surgery, getting movement is your priority. That can be going out for a moderate walk or taking the stairs, standing at your desk, etc. These are all great activities that are part of our daily lives that will add up when you put in a little bit of effort. So movement is important, but it's not exercise. Once you get past a few weeks and your medical team has cleared you of strenuous activity, then it's when you really need to start defining what exercise is for you, given your current body shape and weight. Coming from someone who understands that being overweight is not exactly fun, and exercise or even moving for that matter sometimes can be difficult. At my high weight, walking was not fun for me. When you're carrying around the equivalent of like another human or two, but given that you have invested your time, energy, and want to do this, you want to see continued results on the scale. And you'll have to reframe your relationship with movement and exercise. That starts with consistent, gradual progression of extended periods of activity until you can start to add consistent exercise sessions into your daily mix. For me, post surgery, I tried to maintain walking around 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day and went for walks at work and on lunch and when I got home. This was a good baseline when I was still in the 300 plus pound range. When I was able to get down to the upper 200s, I started hitting the gym and taking advantage of my lighter load. Okay, pause. I just added a new term, gym. Yet another phrase that often gets confused with exercise and movement and working out. Simply going to the gym is not exercise. It may be a struggle in itself, but the gym is not a place of exercise. I'll explain more in a minute when I get to define gym terms. But before I go any further, I want to share some exercise numbers with you. Burning fat requires you to be deficient in your daily calories. For most humans, this is around 18 to 1600 calories. Check what your dietitian has given you for your daily calorie target. Calorie deficiency happens when you restrict your eating. Your new stomach will help with this and burn off calories from exercise and movement. Your new mindset will help you with this too. To burn 1 pound of fat, you need to burn at the approximate of 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound a week. You will need to reduce your calorie intake by 500 calories per day. The surgery will help you with this, but you still need to burn some calories, especially after you reach the 6 month mark and beyond, where you will naturally be eating more and your food options will be much wider. To make most of your day, you probably want to aim at burning around 200 to 500 calories through exercise, less in the beginning of your journey and building bigger numbers as you get smaller, because the more calories you burn, the faster you can start to shape your physique. A 30-minute brisk walk burns around 80 calories. If you increase that to a jog at 3.0, you can hit around 200 calories for 30 minutes. Maybe realistic after you lost 50 pounds or so. Now, here's the kicker. If you increase that to a run, building up to a 10-minute mile, you can burn 195 calories every 15 minutes or almost 400 calories in the same 30 minutes. That's just double your calorie burn in the time it took to do it. And this is the problem that you have to work up to this. It will take time, motivation, determination, and sweat to get to there. Don't get me wrong. Movement and walking are beautiful. They're great. They are simply not efficient though. I like to maximize my time in running and jogging, get way more bang for the buck, and can be done anywhere. That's why I feel it's essential to build your best self around working up to activity that you will enjoy and then burn significant calories while doing it. I now enjoy running, hiking, and biking, which both burn calories. And given that my muscles in these areas are also bigger, it works together to get maximum shape. But this didn't happen by simply restricting what I ate. It required the time and energy at the gym. Okay, bariatric friends, how bad do you want it? Let me see you sweat.